There. Tis I, obviously, making you a video that I said I would 2 days ago. So I'm sorry about that shitty internet. So that's to express my annoyance with myself. It's raining. That's good. I like the rain. So anyway, getting on with it. I'm here to talk about my favourite book, which is this book here, Ultraviolet by R.J.Anderson. Now, I've not mentioned this book before. I know I mentioned Jane Eyre. I forgot to mention this book. But it's a really good book, and I was thinking about it, and it actually is my favourite book. Um, so yes, I'm going to talk about that. So first of all, I thought I would read out the blurb, which is very short. Then give you my summary, why it's my favourite book, read out my favourite bit, and if it was a movie, who would play the characters. So, the blurb. Once upon a time, there was a girl who was special. This is not her story, unless you count the part where I killed her. Now, that just, oof, it just grabbed me. Like, it's so blunt and to the point, and it really caught my attention and would not let it go. Um, so, it's about this girl called Alison, who is 16 years old, and attends a high school. And another girl called Tori, who is also 16 years old, I think. Yeah, she is, I think, and attends a high school. It's set in Canada, so yeah, it is high school, I think. I'm pretty sure it's high school anyway. Moving on. And they don't get on very well, which may seem like a total cliche until you find out that Alison is absolutely, like, 100% convinced that she killed Tori. Like, she's properly convinced. Um, she's sent to this mental hospital where nobody really kind of gets her or understands her or listens to her until this doctor comes along called Dr. Faraday, who she feels this instant connection with, and he tells her she has this thing called synesthesia, which is a real condition, and it's where their senses are kind of intercrossed and interlinked, and so music to them may have a smell, or the alphabets may have personalities, or days of the week might have colours, like things like that. It's all intercrossed, and yeah, so that really affects the way she sees the world, and inevitably she falls in love with him, but he's not quite what he seems, which may again sound like a total cliche, but it's not. I promise you, this is an amazing, amazing book. Um, so why is it my favourite book? It's my favourite book because it's just it's just there in plot and in language. I mean, the prose is beautiful. It's like lyricism. It's just, oh, it's fantastic. And because she has this condition, she sees the world in such a different way than we do. And like, it's not a cliche because she actually sees the world like that. And the description is so vivid and engaging. And it's pure beauty. It really is. It's lovely. You can just lose yourself in a couple of sentences. It's fantastic. So my favourite bit. Oops. Well, you'll probably see what I mean about language. I had got it bookmarked, but I think my bookmark's fallen out. Um, Sorry about that. I found it now. Um. Okay. So this is my favourite bit. I knew I should feel something. Scared, upset, maybe even angry, but I couldn't. There was just this empty space in the middle of my chest, like a black hole, swallowing everything. I'm sorry, Faraday said again, his arms tightening around me. I buried my face against his collarbone and clung to him, tears pricking behind my closed eyelids. We held each other for the space of several heartbeats. and then he crooked a finger under my chin and tilted my head up. A feverish warmth flooded through my body as I realised what was about to happen. I dreamed of this moment, but I hadn't wanted it to be like this, all tangled up in grief and the desperate need for comfort. Yet Faraday's lips whispered along my hairline, grazed the curve of my cheek, and brushed across my lashes. All my resistance melted. I couldn't pull away. His mouth hovered over mine, an unspoken question. I breathed a silent yes, and as we kissed, his hand spread warm across the small of my back, right where his voice touched me. Comet trails of indigo and violet streaked through my inner vision, and electricity sparked all over my skin. Our breath mingled, quick and shallow, while my lips melted open, and the blood pounded through me in a pleasure so intense it was only a shade away from pain. I had never been this close to another human being, yet I ate to pull him even closer, to merge into him like one drop of water into another, and lose myself, even if only for a little while. So, I don't know what I'm doing with my sock. Excuse me. They're Disney socks, because I'm awesome. And I have my Adventure Time t-shirt, because I'm a nerd. So the last part, if it was a movie, who would play the characters? For Alison, I would pick Billie Piper, because I think she has the right brand of gutsiness and intelligence and sort of quietness, but the courage and determination to do what's right. I just think she'd portray it really well. And for Benedict Cumberbatch, I would pick. Wait, should I say that right? What I mean is, for Faraday, I would pick Benedict Cumberbatch. Because she does state quite explicitly that Faraday's voice is supposed to be beautiful, and Benedict Cumberbatch's is, and also Faraday is very kind of he's not conventionally handsome, and neither is Benedict Cumberbatch, and I just think he would portray it very well, and he could get across the kind of sensitiveness but this alienness at the same time. So yeah, I think he would play that really well, and I think they'd have really good chemistry. So I would love to see it with them. So yes, that is who I would pick, and this is my video at long last. I hope you enjoyed it. So I've been talking about Ultraviolet by R.J.Anderson. I really recommend you read this book. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.